How about because of all these technologies are getting so complicated, there's no way you can fix it yourself. If your TV breaks, if your phone breaks, you're fucked. You need to get it replaced. What do you think about that?
Well, I've talked about this many times. This idea that I don't know who started this, Apple or Sony or IBM, but whenever something breaks, someone goes, "Ah, man, just throw it out. It's more expensive to have it fixed than to get a new one." It'd be awesome. You know how to do this? Car manufacturers ought to start working this angle. Like, bad fan belt, throw it away, man. I know it's a '09 Explorer, but it's just cheaper to buy a new one. Like, wow, all right. So every time something goes wrong with your product, we just toss it and buy a brand new version of it. This must be a great windfall for you and your company. And yes, as you know, I believe there's a conspiracy. A, more expensive to fix it. Unclear whether it is. It's one of our jackass friends that tells you that. Your jack-off buddy that works at the pot dispensaries all of a sudden become Stephen Jobs. Is that his name?
Yeah, Steve Jobs.
Yeah. That jack off, like you drop your iPhone and the screen cracks and you go, "Oh man, I dropped my iPhone," and you go, "Cheaper to buy a new one." What, were you a tech for Apple for a number of years? How the fuck do you know what you're talking about? You don't know what you're talking about, but everyone just does it. Every asshole does it. And so everyone just goes out and buys a new one. So it's cheaper to buy a new one, and we're going to make everything shaped like a bar of soap. Think about that. Just think about that. We're going to make everything so you drop it. We will intentionally design everything so you drop it. Everything that Macintosh makes and Apple makes is meant to be dropped. They're so committed to dropping their fucking product. I've said this many times that 8 years ago when Donnie talked me into the one with the tower, it had a flat screen, but the tower sat under the desk and it had the two lucite handles. Well, actually, one was the stand and the other side was the handle. What was that? The Mac 5 or whatever?
The Mac Pro or iMac or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it was Pro. It's the one that had the clear base. It was white and it had the clear base. Oh, should we bring it in? Yeah, it had the clear base, and then the top of it had the clear handles. But they looked exactly the same. So when it broke, I took it to the computer repair place, and when I pulled it out of the back of my 350Z, oh, look, yeah, come over here. Let me show you this. Logan, bring it in here. Let me, does this thing work now?
It's not plugged in.
All right, but I shouldn't let it fall over. All right, so dig this. I'm gonna, Logan, you work the camera there. All right, these are the handles, right?
Right.
You see that? All right, that's the handle. This is the base. And they look exactly the fucking same. The handle and the base look the same. So when the thing is in the back of my 350, the thing's in the back of my 350Z, and I'm going to fix it, and I'm taking it out of the back of my car, I should put a pillow down so I don't injure it. I take it out of my car, I put it on the sidewalk, I think I've grabbed the handles, I do this, I walk away, and it falls over and smashes my foot. I guess it kind of stays on carpet, but not on the sidewalk. All right. Point is this. Why are you making the handle and the base? How many people, let me ask you this. How many people have bought this thing, pulled it out of the box, moved it, transported it, and had it fall over because they thought they were holding the handles right here, and they were holding the base? That's my point. One good example of Apple having their shit fall over all the time. And this is with the tower shit. The other shit all made. I mean, this, what's the new tablet thing called?
The iPad.
The book?
The iPad.
Why not the iPad? The what?
iPad.
iPad, thank you. This is an iPad. But does this one have a cover on it? Yeah, that's the point. If you take it out of the cover, I'll try taking it out of the cover. You take it. You take it out of the cover, it's just a bigger bar of soap.
It's a big
There's a bar of soap that doesn't fit into your pocket. It's all made to drop, and then, of course, it's not knurled. There's nothing. This shit should be, I've said it 1,000 times. When you make shit to be held, think about an police officer's gun. Think about what the handle of a police officer's gun looks like. It fits into their hand. It wraps around their hand. The metal is knurled. There's no such thing as a cop gun. Imagine if Apple made guns. The shit would be, the cop would be like, freeze, and the gun would just go flying out of the guy's hand. When he fired it, it would spin around in his hand 4 times. When he grabbed it, it'd be facing him. He wouldn't be able to fucking handle it. You wouldn't be able to handle the gun, would you? I'm just saying, when a smart company like Apple makes something, let's just put it this way. Let me put it this way. Apple, what if it cost you $300 every time one of your iPhones was dropped or one of your iPads was dropped? What if it cost you $300 instead of you made $300? Do you think there'd be a design change? Do you think they'd do something just a little bit different? Of fucking course they would. Of course they would. It's all part of the big scam. It's all part of the conspiracy. It's real easy, and no one says shit about it. Everything's a bar of soap. Everything's a bar of soap. I mean, imagine if they made panhandles or anything you had to hang on to or steering wheels. Cars be going off the road all day. You try to make a fucking omelet, the pan would just go sailing out of your hand. When we make shit that we want people to hang on to, think about a car steering wheel. Shaped like a bar of soap? No, it's got the little indentations for your fingers. It's thick. Picture a modern car wheel. Picture the stock of a gun or the handle of a gun. Even picture a TV remote. They all fit in your hand. They're meant to be hung onto. Anything from a catcher's mitt to a TV remote. Now picture everything Apple makes. Meant to be dropped. Of course. It's a fucking conspiracy. They know what they're doing. You tell me, how many billions of dollars do they make worldwide every year from people dropping their shit?
$5 trillion.
How much?
They make a fuckload of money, yes.
All right. So what's the bigger scam, that or the gift certificate scam? I'm just saying, in terms of our society, how much fucking money is generated from you dropping their shit and then guys who you work with at the pot dispensary telling you, oh, just buy a new one. You got to buy a new one. We don't fix them. You got to buy a new one. All I'm saying is this. I'm an idiot. How come I spout off about this? Have you guys spoken about this?
Yeah, totally.
Good. Thank you.